movie do you think you've seen the most? Like, is there a movie you go back to, like, this is my comfort food?
The Conversation.
Wow.
Gary Oldman is a ghost. He disappears into every role. Sid Vicious, Dracula, Winston Churchill, Commissioner Gordon.
Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed. Nothing less than a knight.
You never see Gary. You see the character Tom Hardy calls him the greatest actor who ever lived.
I mean, where do you hold him as a guy you admire and sort of want to be?
Gary Oldman is my hero, that's it. You know, he's like, right.
Christian Bale says he's the reason he acts. But who taught Gary Oldman to vanish? The answer lives in cinema in the films he studied, the performances he memorized, the directors who showed him how transformation works. Oldman grew up in South London working class. Millwall supporter, New Cross boy, done good. He didn't go to fancy schools. He went to the cinema. That's where he learned everything. These 10 films are his masters, his teachers, his obsessions. From Coppola to Malick, from French classics to American outlaws. This is the map of how Gary Oldman became a chameleon, how a kid from London learned to become anyone. Let's begin. 10. Children of Paradise. 1945. Marcel Carné directed a masterpiece during Nazi occupation.
Just the level of artistry that's on display, from storytelling to photography.
The film takes place in 19th century Paris, the world of theater, mimes, actors, courtesans. Garance is a beautiful woman. 4 men love her: Baptiste the mime, Frederick the actor, Lacenaire the criminal, Edouard the count. She belongs to none of them. This is French cinema at its finest. 3 hours of passion, longing, unrequited love. Jean-Louis Barrault plays Baptiste with silent grace. Arletty as Garance breaks hearts without trying. The film was made during wartime. You can feel the desperation, the need to create beauty while the world burns. Cinema as resistance, cinema as survival. Oldman includes this in his favorites list. He loves epic stories about performers, about people who live through art. Children of Paradise shows him that acting is ancient sacred, that mimes and actors have always been outsiders, always been necessary. This film teaches him that performance is about longing, about wanting what you can't have. Years later, he brings that ache to every role. 9. The Wages of Fear. 1953. Henri-Georges Clouzot makes a thriller about desperation.
I looked at it and thought, why would you make a movie about these people?
4 men need money. An oil company needs drivers. The job is simple. Drive trucks filled with nitroglycerin across dangerous roads. One wrong move, one bump. Everything explodes. The pay is good. The odds of survival are not. Yves Montand leads the cast. The tension builds slowly, unbearable. Every pothole becomes deadly. Every turn threatens annihilation. Clouzot doesn't rush. He lets the suspense suffocate you. The Wages of Fear isn't about the destination. It's about watching men crack under pressure, about what poverty forces people to risk. Oldman admires this film's patience, its cruelty. Clouzot shows that character emerges under stress, that desperation reveals who we really are. This lesson appears in Oldman's work constantly. His villains aren't evil, they're desperate. Norman Stansfield and Leon Drexel in True Romance, men pushed to the edges. The Wages of Fear teaches him that tension beats action every time. 8. Badlands, 1973. Terrence Malick's first film, Martin Sheen plays Kit.
Don't hang in the Hall of Fame as great impressions. I just do them to amuse myself. So
A garbage collector. Sissy Spacek plays Holly, a 15-year-old girl.
Now and then we'd sneak out at night and steal a chicken or a bunch of corn or some melons from a melon patch.
Kit kills Holly's father. They run. They become outlaws. They leave bodies behind them. Holly narrates the story. Her voice is dreamy, detached. She describes murder like it's a vacation. The disconnect is haunting. Malick shoots the American plains like paradise. beautiful, empty, timeless. Kit thinks he's James Dean. He's not. He's a killer. Holly thinks it's romance. It's not. It's psychosis. The film's beauty makes the violence more disturbing. Malick finds grace in horror, poetry in madness. Oldman loves this film. He says he adores interior storytelling, the delicate narration through Holly's eyes. One story told, another witness. Badlands shows him how unreliable narration works, how innocence can describe evil. This technique influences his understanding of character, that what people say about themselves matters less than what they do. Malick teaches him that beauty and brutality coexist perfectly. 7. Ratcatcher, 1999. Lynn Ramsey directs a poem about childhood in hell. Glasgow, 1973. The garbage collectors strike. Trash piles up everywhere. Rats multiply. A boy named James accidentally drowns his friend. He tells no one. The guilt eats him alive. He lives in poverty. His father drinks. His world is suffocating. Beautiful, terrible, real. Ramsey shoots working-class life without pity, without judgment, just observation. The film moves like memory, fragmented, dreamlike. James finds moments of grace, a girl, a mouse on a balloon floating to the moon. Hope glimmers, then disappears. Ratcatcher is brutal, honest, heartbreaking. Oldman grew up working class. South London looked like Glasgow. He understands this world, the inherited violence, the cycles of poverty. Ramsey's film shows childhood without sentimentality, shows how the environment shapes you, how class traps you. This is the world that made Gary Oldman, the world he escaped through acting. Ratcatcher reminds him where he came from, why stories matter. 6. In the Mood for Love, 2000. Wong Kar-wai makes romance unbearably beautiful. Hong Kong. 1962. Mr. Chow and Mrs. Chan are neighbors. They discover their spouses are having affairs. With each other, Chow and Chan spend time together. They fall in love. They never consummate it. They remain faithful while their partners betray them. The restraint destroys them. Every frame is gorgeous. The colors, the music, the slow motion. Maggie Chung wears different dresses. Tony Leung smokes and aches. They rehearse confronting their spouses. They never do. The film is about longing, about the relationships that don't happen, about timing and missed chances. Oldman includes this in his top 10. He's not alone. Critics call it one of the greatest films ever made. Wong Kar-wai shows him that what isn't said matters most. That restraint creates power. That sadness can be gorgeous. In the Mood for Love influenced everything after it. Oldman absorbs the lesson. His best performances are internal controlled, aching underneath the surface. 5. The Conversation. 1974, Francis Ford Coppola makes a thriller about paranoia. Gene Hackman plays Harry Call, a surveillance expert.
I think he's been recording my telephone.
The best in the business. He records conversations. He doesn't ask questions. He doesn't get involved. Until one job, one recording, he thinks people will die because of what he captured. The guilt consumes him. Hackman is phenomenal. Harry is closed off. Internal private. He trusts no one. He lives alone. He plays saxophone. The loneliness is crushing. Coppola builds suspense through isolation, through replaying the same recording, through showing a man unravel. The ending is devastating, perfect, unforgettable. Oldman loves Gene Hackman. He loves internal performances. Harry Call barely speaks. Everything happens inside. The Conversation teaches Oldman about stillness, about playing men who hide, who watches, who think they're in control until they're not. This influences George Smiley in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Another quiet man, another observer. Coppola and Hackman show him that silence speaks volumes. 4. The Godfather Part 2, 1974. Coppola strikes again. Many call this the greatest sequel ever made. Michael Corleone grows colder, more powerful, more alone.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
His family falls apart. His empire expands. Meanwhile, we see young Vito, Robert De Niro in the role Brando created. Vito's rise, Michael's fall. 2 stories, 1 family, 1 tragedy. The structure is perfect. The acting is flawless. Pacino and De Niro never share a scene. They don't need to. The film connects them through blood, through choices, through the family business that poisons everything. Coppola's storytelling is masterful. The composition, the lighting, the pacing, every frame teaches a lesson. Oldman calls this a masterclass. He's right. Acting, production design, directing, cinematography, everything is perfect. If you're a film student, this is your Bible. Oldman studies Pacino's coldness, De Niro's warmth, how 2 actors play the same family. The Godfather Part 2 shows him that great films are about detail, about care, about never settling for good enough. 3. The Godfather 1972, Coppola's original masterpiece, the film that changed American cinema. Marlon Brando as Don Corleone, the whisper that commands empires, Pacino as Michael, the war hero who becomes a monster, James Caan, Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton. Perfect casting, perfect execution, perfect film. The opening wedding sequence, the horse head, the baptism murders, iconic scenes stacked on iconic scenes. Coppola adapted Mario Puzo's novel faithfully, but he elevates it. Make it opera, make it Shakespeare. The Godfather isn't about gangsters, it's about family, power, America, capitalism disguised as loyalty. Oldman loves both Godfather films. They sit at numbers 2 and 3. He watches them repeatedly, studies them like scripture. Brando teaches him about stillness, about making every gesture count. Pacino teaches him about transformation, about showing change slowly. The Godfather films are Oldman's film school, his university, his church. Everything he needs to know about cinema lives in these 2 films. 2. Raging Bull, 1980. Martin Scorsese makes a boxing film, but it's not about boxing. Robert De Niro plays Jake LaMotta, middleweight champion, violent, jealous, paranoid, self-destructive. He ruins everything he touches, his career, his relationships, his body, his life. De Niro gained 60 pounds for the role, transformed completely. The performance is terrifying raw, honest, brutal. Scorsese shoots in black and white. The boxing scenes are visceral, poetic, blood sprays, fresh pounds. The film doesn't glorify violence, it shows the cost. Jake destroys himself. Nobody does it to him. He's his own worst enemy. Raging Bull is about masculinity, insecurity, the rage that eats men alive. Oldman mentions this as an honorable mention, but it deserves more. Scorsese and De Niro show total commitment, total transformation, no vanity, just the truth. Oldman learns from this. His Sid Vicious, his Beethoven, his Churchill. He transforms completely, gains weight, loses weight, becomes unrecognizable. Raging Bull teaches him that great acting requires sacrifice, requires disappearing completely. 1. Taxi Driver 1976, Scorsese again, Robert De Niro again, Travis Bickle, a Vietnam vet, a taxi driver, a loner. He drives New York streets at night. He sees the filth, the prostitution, the decay. He wants to clean it up. He wants to be someone. He wants to save Iris, a child prostitute. He becomes a vigilante, a killer, a hero, a monster. Paul Schrader writes the screenplay. Bernard Herrmann composes the score. De Niro creates an icon. You talking to me? Travis practicing in the mirror, preparing for violence. The mohawk, the guns, the final massacre. Scorsese doesn't judge Travis. Don't excuse him, just shows him. Lonely, broken, dangerous. Oldman loves Taxi Driver most. Scorsese shows him that character beats plot, that loneliness breeds violence, that cities devour people. Travis Bickle is isolated, internal, ticking like a bomb. This is Oldman's template. His villains are Travis descendants, Norman Stansfield Drexel, Zorg, lonely men exploding outward. Taxi Driver teaches him everything: character, atmosphere, danger, transformation. This is the film that made Gary Oldman want to act, want to disappear. I want to become someone else completely. 10 films, 1 education. Oldman learned from French masters and American rebels, from Coppola's epics and Scorsese's streets. These movies taught him to vanish, to transform, to become anyone but himself. Which film surprises you? Subscribe for more.